you have two ways to solve it. We'll talk more. We may or may not get into the reverse foiling method today, but there's several different ways to approach this. One of them is to expand it out, combine your like terms, and factor by reverse foiling or grouping. In this case, if you can recognize that this fits one of the patterns, though, this is 6 squared minus w plus 1 squared. It's the difference of two squares, right? A squared minus b squared. And so if you think about what that would expand into, a difference of squares or factors into, difference of squares factors into the sum and difference of the terms. All right, so if you can identify that this is the form a squared minus b squared, what you can do is just think about the generic form of this, the sum and difference of terms, and just substitute what you have. Well, our a value is 6, so everywhere there's an a, we can just replace that with a 6. And our b value is this binomial w plus 1. So if we just substitute a w plus 1 in for each of these b's, what you can now do is simplify each factor. So distributing a plus 1 doesn't change anything. We get 6 plus w plus 1 gives us w plus 7. And here when we distribute our negative, we have 6 minus a w. So I'm going to write my variable term first. So minus w minus 1 plus a 6 leaves me with plus a 5. Okay, so that's the first part of the conditions. I've written it so that my factors are written in standard form. Okay, they're both binomials, so there's no priority there. The only other thing is I want my leading coefficient to be positive, so I need to remove a factor of negative 1 from this second factor. So the w plus 7 can stay. I pull out the negative, and it changes the signs of each of these terms. So it becomes a positive w and a negative 5. And so this would be my set of factors. Yeah, you can take out, if you take out the negative to start with, so let's say that's your approach, the way that you would look at that is from these two terms here, if you took out a negative, it becomes, here your 36 becomes a negative 36, and your negative w plus 1 squared becomes a w plus 1 squared. So you could do it this way and then work through it as well. It'll wind up getting you directly to this step.